I believe in hope, but I'm not blind or deaf. So I think that you could be hopeful but still be aware of what is happening. And this film is not just going to be seen in the United States of America. This film will be seen around the world. And as I said earlier, this is a global problem. There's right-wing stuff that's happening all over the world.
We could call Ron a hero, but what kind of hero he is?
Performing his civic duty, you know, protecting and serving the men and women of Colorado Springs. No matter what color he was, he did his job in those times. He prevented, he was able, during his investigation, there were no terrorist or violent acts on the locals during the entire investigation. So that's extremely heroic to me.
During the election, the guy in the office now said he could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue, shoot somebody, and people would still vote for him. I thought this guy is crazy. I had never heard of someone running for the president, the office of President of the United States. If anybody's heard of that happened before, please educate me. But when did someone ever running for the President of the United States say they could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue, shoot somebody, and people will still vote for him? We look to our leaders to give us direction, to make moral decisions. And I like to say this is not just something that pertains to the United States of America. This bullshit is going all over the world. This right-wing bullshit is not just America, it's all over the world. And we have to wake up. And we can't be silent. It's not a black, white, brown, or it's everybody.
I hate Jews, Mexicans, and Irish. Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
Two movies I saw actually with my dad that really shaped, that really shaped me as a young black man. You know, they were one movie by John Singleton, one movie by Spike Lee. I was very young. I saw Boys in the Hood in the theater with my dad, and I saw Malcolm X in the theater with my dad. I think my dad might have took me out of school to see Malcolm X, you know, which is crazy when I look back on it.
Wow, you saw, I can't believe this. Malcolm X and you were 6, and you watched gangster movies with your mother.
My son, it is your time.
My mom actually had like extremely good taste. You know what I mean? Like she would, you know, my mom, and she's kind of like me. She got like mental issues. She can't fall asleep unless the TV is on. Like she got ADHD and all that before people were saying what it was. like, so she would always have a movie on.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
You know, the best way for me to look at Black Panther is kind of like a crime movie, you know? So it's kind of a movie about a shadow organization, you know what I mean? And organized crime films tend to be the best movies about, you know, about that. So once we pivoted and looked at the Godfather films, that was when a lot of things started to open up for us, you know. But it wasn't something we could talk. It wasn't something we could talk about, you know what I mean? Because you just feel embarrassed, man. Like you're making a superhero movie, but it's like you're trying to make it like the Godfather. You sound crazy, you know. For me, the idea of this film was about it being a coming of age, you know what I mean, and about this film being about him learning the rule and him learning what it means to be king. And then as we got further into the script, we realized that the film was really about a man who had this idealized version of his father, this idealized version of his country in his head, and then having that completely broken, you know. And then picking up the pieces and having to make something new.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
You have changed the way movies travel, but you haven't changed the people make the decisions.
Right. I've heard Fincher talk about film. He'll say like film is fashion. You know what I mean? Like people are going. Nobody really knows what works, so people are gonna chase what has worked before it. So I mean, I hope that we can lead I hope that me and you can lead a business in a better way that we found it.
The revolution will be live.
The old cathedrals often have sublime artworks hidden away in the darkest corners for only God to see. The same goes for murder.